Hello, my name is Dylan the Guzman.
And my name is Mia Soumbasakis, and this is our classic poem, Fuck Your Lecture on Craft, My People Are Dying, by Noor Hindi.
Colonizers write about flowers.
I tell you about children throwing rocks at Israeli tanks, seconds before becoming daisies.
I want to be like those poets who care about the moon. Palestinians don't see the moon from jail cells and prisons. It's so beautiful, the moon.
They're so beautiful, the flowers. I pick flowers for my dead father when I'm sad. He watches Al Jazeera all day.
I wish Jessica would stop texting me Happy Ramadan.
I know I'm American
because when I walk into a room, something
dies. Metaphors about death are for poets who think ghosts care about sound. When I die, I promise to haunt you forever.
One day, I'll write about the flowers like we own them. And this is our response. Elegy to the squash.
I am told to discuss the 19th century debate on the American conquest of the Philippines. To decide if American cartoons are pro or anti-imperialist. I cannot tell. Each one depicts a growing, looming, engulfing white man.
3 times the size of the Filipinos. He stomps and sits on islands with eagle beaks in his eyes.
His chin sharp. He carries a gun or a pointer at a blackboard.
Caricatures of Filipinos are infested with jungles and strung up bodies in cages.
Our people are reduced to children. My stomach curls to a fist. I want to say something, but there are no words to say. A silent spider does figure eights in my throat and lips, wrapping me in delicate thread, letting me seethe. I am told it is sacred to live here. It is a blessing.
So long as you can analyze the genocide of your ancestors in high school,
It is a blessing.
that your taxes are used to fund a military that keeps your country in a chokehold. It is a blessing.
So long as you ignore why you were born here, why you could not live in the Philippines.
Living here is rotten from all angles. A dying squash with thorny vines and fuzzy green insides, entangling the squash it was born from, puncturing it.
I used to think sayang was a bad word. My Lola said it with gumption, the dawn and wind at her back through screen doors. She ate the last bit of sweet potato fry I didn't finish from the breakfast and fruit salad she woke up early to make for me. To eat is to eat to the bone, to be whole and thankful.
I've learned in the Imperial Corps, there is a hole that can never be filled. It feeds itself a belly that is never satisfied and spits as it chews. Every time that you feed it, it only grows hungrier
for minerals, food, land, and workers. Since the 1970 Marcos regime, over 10 million Filipino families have been forcibly separated due to the labor export policy, creating an economy dependent on the export of its own people.
In the 90s, my mother came here to work as a nurse, to earn money for her family back home. In the middle of the night a few months ago, she calls me during her shift, saying that she has fallen on her hip, that she can't get back up anymore. She tries and prepares me for the inevitable, saying that she'll be ready to die if I make it to college. And when she does, she'll want to be buried back in the Philippines.
All our people are only waiting to return.